We got NFL Weekly here on AfterBuzz TV, Super Bowl edition. I don't know if I'm happy with the way the game went, but you join us in a second and we will talk all about it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Begin.
All right, say it with me.
We're going a cappella tonight.
Say it with me. The Philadelphia Eagles
No.
are Super Bowl champions.
No, we're not saying it.
It doesn't feel right. It doesn't make sense.
Right? This is kind of a biased show, though. I feel bad for a lot of people watching who are maybe third-party viewers or fans of Philly or just people who didn't really care or don't have this NFC East rivalry that us three at least have, watching this and now just hearing us about to talk crap about it. Well, hearing me at least.
I'm not as low on it as you are.
Yeah, neither am I.
Yeah,
you were definitely taking this worse than everybody.
I have a bone to pick with you guys for being Giants and Redskins fans and being happy for the Eagles in this situation. Like
You're underestimating our hate for the Patriots.
Yeah,
it's
thank
like
you.
The lesser
There's a
Eagles.
lot of Patriots
really
in the
is.
world.
Yes.
This is insane. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us again. This is NFL Weekly on AfterBuzz TV. We got our Super Bowl 52 recap. The Eagles have won.
Oh, there it is.
They won. They beat the Patriots 41-33. Just the score alone is insane. We're gonna get into it. My name is Jenna Bussiere. You can find me on Twitter at Jenna_Bussiere. We got a full panel. We got a guest.
Yes.
Let's start up here, and then we will introduce our guest. So, Josh, what's going on?
What's up, everybody? I'm Josh Rodriguez. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Josh_Rodriguez_. Also, follow my podcast, The 10-Minute Drill, at 10-Minute Drill on Twitter. We'll be discussing the Super Bowl as well. So, yeah.
If you don't get enough Super Bowl talk this week.
Well, you got to go check out Josh's podcast.
Thanks, DeAnjilo.
Come on. All right, I'm DeAnjilo. You guys can hit me up on Twitter at DeAnjilo TV and on Instagram at DeAnjilo. We got a special guest.
What's up?
Before our special guest introduce herself.
Okay.
One rule: we hate the Cowboys. All right.
Yes.
I know you have no stakes in it as a Packers fan, but like
He
we
doesn't know what to
don't
say
love
right
the
now.
Cowboys.
We've done some bad things in the
Yes,
past.
we have, and I'm very happy
Done some
for it.
mean things.
There we go.
So I don't feel bad.
strong disdain for the Packers. So,
Yeah.
you know
No,
what?
we
This is
know.
just a hate
He
channel.
said, "No, we know."
But, so let's have you introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where everybody can find you on social media.
My name is David Bloom. You can find me on social media, Twitter and Instagram at David H. Bloom. That's my name. God, about myself. I'm a Packer fan.
We're
Talking
okay with
football.
that. We're good with
Been a
that.
Packer fan for about maybe a decade.
Okay.
No affiliation with Wisconsin, whatever, but I grew up in a city with no team, and I kind of just had to, pick my own, and
Fair.
they just kind of drew me.
It's a good
I don't know,
pick.
it's hard to explain, but
It'll be good to have, I guess, a little bit of flash of unbiased from
Unbiased,
the NFC
yes.
East standpoint.
For less bias.
So where do you guys want to start? You want to do biggest takeaways? What are you remembering the most right now from this Super Bowl that just unfolded?
Tom Brady losing.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm remembering.
I love
Alright.
the meme where they show
Do
him
we want
dropping the
to
football.
we want to start there? So you
Tom Brady.
guys are
Okay.
very anti Tom Brady,
Well,
and I don't get it because there's a reason he has all this success, right? I
Yeah.
feel like he works just a little bit harder than everybody else. He's 40 years old. If you see his diet, his lifestyle, his regimen, there's a reason he's getting the success. I don't understand the hatred for somebody just being better than everybody else.
I'll say
He's
hatred-
because
Well,
I've heard this
that's
all
not
week.
true anymore, but I get you.
I've heard this all week from everybody. Like, I'm sick of Tom Brady. I get being sick of, like, the Patriots always being in there and
Okay.
the narrative. Like,
This is-
the Warriors super team, but why Tom Brady?
Okay,
like,
this-
he's just the best. Would you say that about, like,
Okay,
Jordan?
all right. Can we
No,
respond or
first of
what?
all, first things first, David would agree on this. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
All right, you guys are losing me.
Second of all, Tom Brady's arrogant.
Wow.
Very
More arrogant
condescending.
than Aaron Rodgers?
Yes, he is. Yeah, I just don't like the vibe Tom Brady gives off. And then second of all, he's product of Belichick. Now, is he one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time? Yes, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But when you constantly have to hear this guy and people comparing him, saying that he is the best athlete of our generation, there was a question like, who's a better athlete, Jordan or Tom Brady? Like, that's absurd. Did you see Tom Brady try to catch a football today?
No, I don't think when people say that they mean
Yes.
actual
No.
athleticism.
I don't
physical
mean
athleticism.
athleticism from
But still,
athletes.
even
Can't get
even the
football.
way that Jordan dominated his sport doesn't even come like
But
Brady
I think
can't
that
touch what
there's,
Jordan did.
Like a
ever.
sense of entitlement people think Brady has, but he has worked extremely hard for
so,
everything
too.
he got. He was a backup at Michigan.
I'm not saying he
earned
hasn't.
his position as a starter.
I'm not saying he hasn't,
wasn't-
but he's
he
very
was-
hateable.
He was
He's
drafted
very
in the
hateable.
6th round.
Good for
Like,
him.
It's not like this was the
Good
first
for him.
pick overall, and he's on this pedestal, and everybody should have expected this from him.
Yeah.
He had to
No, he
then
earned it.
fight for the
It wasn't
spot after
yeah,
Bledsoe went
agreed.
down. Like, it's not undeserved by him.
I don't
so
hate.
the hatred is
I
just
don't
kind of
hate
like,
Brady. It's just I want
petty to
something
me.
different. That's all. I just
Yeah, that I
it was an
guess. That I
underdog
get.
story. But Brady's the GOAT. I'm sorry.
He's not the
Like,
GOAT.
Aaron Rodgers is great, but he only has one. Super
Aaron
Bowl,
Rodgers
so-
is the best quarterback of all time.
okay,
Yeah.
well,
No, he is.
With that
You
one
can look
Super
at
Bowl.
the Hail Marys. I mean, you saw what Brady tried to do tonight.
so
You
when
see
Aaron
Rodgers the
Rodgers,
Rodgers, that'll do.
so maybe
Brady
when
has
he
a-
gets like 3 more Super Bowl
That's a
MVPs.
team accomplishment.
More.
That is a team accomplishment. If we're talking
Four. Well,
skill,
3
if we're
more.
talking from a
Oh,
skill standpoint, from just a general who is the best quarterback this league has ever seen, it is without a doubt Aaron Rodgers. Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Ever seen?
Yes.
We're talking ever.
Ever.
I mean,
Ever.
we could talk
I've
about
never
this all
seen
day.
anyone draw a team, get free plays like that, draw a team off sides like that than
Get him,
Aaron
David.
Rodgers.
Get him, David.
You're biased.
Get him, David.
Somehow
really
we
biased
found a
against
way to
Aaron
bring it
Rodgers.
in. Make you biased.
back,
Now you're welcome.
Back to the game. What I'm going to take away from
Yeah,
this game was
yeah,
just
what's your big-
the implosion of offense. Like, it was just, no one could stop anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
It was insane. I mean, obviously, at the end, the Eagles got that turnover, and that's why they won the game. But it was just, it felt like I was watching someone play Madden.
What a
It
great
really
football
felt like
game.
that.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you looked at the Patriots in the first quarter and second quarter, even, like, third quarter, Brady just had these wide open receivers.
Yes.
Like Amendola wide open, Gronk wide open.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then towards the end, the reason why the Eagles pulled it out was they started to get that pressure. And in that last, maybe like 58 seconds, no timeout drive that did not work, the Eagles just, every play, just had pressure on Brady and forced him to make bad throws. And he was just really lucky that he got maybe those 1 or 2 fourth down conversions. But it was not
Yeah,
enough.
the last drive did not look good for Brady. That was like GOAT time, which it was sad to see it kind of implode that way. The Eagles defense was on him that for the first time. What you were saying was the offensive side of the game. I feel like my biggest takeaway is there was 0 defense in this game.
Oh, there was none.
From both sides. Like you were
None.
mentioning, everybody was wide open. Same thing on Philly side. I feel like Torrey Smith, Al Galore, like it was everybody getting the ball at any given moment.
But Doug Peterson called a hell of a game. He
Hell
was
of a game.
very
He killed it.
aggressive.
Yeah, he killed it.
That 4th and goal from the 1, I mean, that pretty much changed the game. I know we got Steve. Is Steve on the line? Steve, are you there?
Steve is on the line.
Steve,
we
I'm
should
so
introduce
sorry.
Steve. Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. We have our Eagles fan on the phone with us, and we have not even brought him into this conversation yet. You are the man right now, and you are probably just taking in all of this moment right now. So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's one of those things that you kind of, like, especially growing up in the time frame I grew up, which is, like, if you were born in '86, like, you remember that there was a Super Bowl before you were born, and then in your early adulthood, you watched your Eagles lose to the Patriots. And some years they were good, some years they weren't, but they were, there weren't, like, 2 or 3 year strings where they weren't contenders.
Right.
So, like, they were a constant heartbreak in the sense that they were contenders. Because if they were just dogs, in the sense of just losers for a decade or 2 decades, then it wouldn't hurt and, in this sense, feel so great to just watch them win.
It's getting very
And that's
emotional.
how I feel right
Start
now.
to cry.
I'm currently in Florida, in Central Florida, and trying to get confirmation on when and where Nick Foles is having a parade.
Well, that's the takeaway.
Are
right?
you trying to get a flight to Philly so you can maybe help with the fires or maybe help put out the fires? I mean,
Or the alternative.
I think for right now, especially because I'm already on a trip, it would be kind of crazy for me to make a trip on top of a trip.
Yeah.
But I'm not ruling out the possibility of going to the parade Tuesday or Wednesday because we don't actually know. And the reason we don't actually know is apparently in '05, when we faced the Patriots the first time, Bill Belichick in the room, like, pulled it up in a slideshow to all his players and was, Philadelphia Eagles, this is the parade. It's going to be Tuesday, this date. It's going to come from here to here to here to here. And it fired up the New England Patriots and beat us. And they beat us that year. So, naturally, there was no plan for a parade
wow.
until just now. So, like, I've heard differing reports of whether the parade will be Tuesday or Wednesday to begin with.
I think it already
the
started.
popular joke.
Oh, no,
already
it started. The
happening.
fans
The
are
popular
starting
joke to
now.
make is that we're going to ruin the city, and there won't be a city to have a parade in, but obviously it's not gonna happen.
That's a great point. The parade started as soon as Brady got that strip sack fumble, and then
It wasn't over at that point.
I was gonna say
There
No,
was
it was too much
such a
time
chance.
left. It was so much time left.
I was gonna say I felt like there was a lot of back and forth moments, like that wild card play when Nick Foles caught a touchdown pass. A lot of people that I was with was like, "That's it. Like the Eagles aren't winning. If this is the way that the game is gonna go, like that just sealed the deal right there." And then the Pats came out, started the second half, and Gronk scored a touchdown right off the bat when we hadn't really seen him the whole first half.
Right.
And then a lot of people are like, all right, well, the Patriots are winning. Now the Patriots come out, now they're on fire. Steve, did you ever feel for a second like, oh, like now we just won?
Look at those.
Like this was the
Philadelphians.
play that made us
Broad
win.
Street.
Did we lose him?
Yeah, I think we lost him.
I think he passed out from the second. Steve?
I'm here.
Oh, did you hear us?
I did. Speaking as a Philadelphia fan in general, I know never to say when until the clock strikes zero. Because once again, for
So true.
Philadelphia as a town to get a world championship, it literally took 2 nights for the Phillies.
That's right. I remember that.
That the game got tied and they had to literally stop the game and play 2 more innings the following night.
Because of rain. I remember that.
Because that's how hard it is. Like the universe toward Philadelphia to actually get a world championship. Like that's how all of us felt when it was like, of course it's gonna rain and and the game's gonna tie and we have to come back tomorrow.
Well, I was
Do you
saying.
imagine that? Well, this
when
isn't
we were
a
up at
dome. This is
halftime,
covered,
I was
so
happy.
that's
But
not
I
gonna
wasn't.
happen.
I was in no means, especially after that Falcons game last year. I was in no means anything but. I was in no means anything but hesitant to say, we looked good in that first half. Let's keep that going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I was. There were moments where my bias came into play, where I was curious what you guys thought when it came to some of the referees, some of the officiating in the second half. I mean,
I don't think they did anything overly egregious. That touchdown was looking like it was gonna
The
be
Clement
really
touchdown
bad.
was not a touchdown.
The Clement, and we also had the Zach
That was
Ertz.
yes, it was. Why wasn't it a
No,
touchdown?
the Clement touchdown was not a touchdown. He didn't have full possession of it, and then by the time he got possession, his right foot was out of bounds. That was not a touchdown. The Zach
I
Ertz
thought it
touchdown
was.
was
I thought it was
absolutely a
That
touchdown.
was absolutely a touchdown.
But
And I was
Steelers fans should be upset though.
with the
Yeah, they
Jesse
should be
James
that.
thing.
Yeah.
No, I think that was more
yeah.
of a. I think that was more of a touchdown than the Jesse James.
Still,
one.
I think Jesse
but
James.
they both were
I think
ridiculous.
they both
Yeah.
were touchdowns,
Yeah.
and I think.
But Zach Ertz literally caught it, turned up field, took 3 steps, and dove.
Yeah,
whereas-
He did a football move.
Yeah,
Isn't
whereas
that the
Jesse
rule? You have
James
to
was
do some
falling to
kind
the
of
ground.
Football move. That's my
See,
favorite phrase
Zach
ever.
Ertz had possession. He had the football move,
Yeah, yeah.
and then he went in and crossed the plane. And anything after that, I mean, it doesn't really matter. But I was so certain they were going to call it back just because the Patriots are the
Me too.
Patriots.
Me too.
Yeah,
Really?
but,
Just because.
but the Clement touchdown was not a touchdown. I hate to say that to you.
I don't understand that.
That
Why
was
do you
not
think that?
because
I mean,
by the time he didn't have control of the ball. By the time he had full control of the ball, he had one foot, the left foot was down, and then the right foot came across and it was out of bounds. I don't know if did you send the highlight in the packages? No.
way to call me out.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. But no, I mean, I from my opinion, I mean, and Twitter too. You know, Twitter.
I mean, it's not
Twitter knows
coming
the
at
truth.
you. It's coming at the rule. And I thought if that was
Okay.
to be pulled back and I
Yeah.
was a Philly fan, I would be very pissed off. Obviously,
Yeah.
being a Cowboys fan, I was like, sure, if it's pulled back, this is great.
Yeah.
I don't care. But the whole thing with him losing possession, it bobbled.
No, he never had
within- He
It
caught
it looked like it was in his hand to
It
me.
was in his arm.
No,
It's
but-
not like it hit off his forearm and he lost
But by-
possession and re-caught it or bounced off the ground.
It's the most confusing and
It's
weirdest
ridiculous.
thing in
Idiotic
football.
David's right. And maybe the chat can help us out. Chat, if you can objectively tell us if you think that was a catch or not.
Was that
The
a catch?
bobble and the
The
possession
age-old
was
question, was that a
I
catch?
get that.
was within his arm and his
I'm not
chest.
agreeing that
That's
by
a
like
catch.
from the eye, like eye test, it's a catch. But from the rule,
From the new NFL
you
rule.
literally the ball cannot be moving.
Yeah.
That's the rule. So like yes, from what we
rule's
see,
stupid.
yeah,
It's
it's a
not
catch.
you,
But I
but-
mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
In the live chat, Black Jones says he thought that Clement caught the ball,
Yeah.
but he's also.
I mean, he did catch it. It just
Eagles
goes to the NFL rule book.
I mean, there is
like,
some
what
bias.
they consider.
That's a lot of.
catch.
He's an Eagles fan, so he's biased.
Yeah,
but
no.
time out.
Yeah.
We can't go in this show and not. The biggest takeaway is Nick Foles. That's an
Yeah.
incredible story. He wins the Super Bowl MVP. He was traded by this team because they were
Is
like,
this
"Oh, we can't win the Super Bowl
2013?
here." Right?
It
Yeah.
feels like it.
Yeah,
Nick
it's
Foles throwing
unbelievable.
like 5-6 touchdowns in that one game. Gets traded the next year. I think wasn't it like for Bradford or something?
Yeah, traded for Bradford to
Yeah.
the Rams. What a
Sits
story.
on the bench. Him and Keenum. Keenum played a little bit, but this year,
I feel like
Goff.
this postseason is just
like a
like the
movie.
anti-Jeff Fisher postseason.
It is.
right?
Nick Foles.
Keenum and Foles playing to get into the Super Bowl.
Right, like,
And
what?
the other one's just Bortles.
And then
who's
the
there.
way they won, like Nick Foles is the reason they won that football game.
You're
Like
He
we're
honestly-
talking about a game where there was no defense and he outdueled Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That's
It
unbelievable.
was
It really
basically the
was.
game was basically which quarterback can play better, and Nick
Yeah.
Foles played better than Tom Brady.
And to put more of the icing on the cake, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns. There was that one interception.
Which was not his fault, obviously.
no, that was
I felt like it was
that was fun.
it was tight coverage to throw that ball.
it was a bad.
Jeffries had that would have been
It was-
a one-handed
it was-
sick
it was
catch
a-
if he made it,
it was
and
a
it
free
kind of
interception.
It was a
fumbled
bad
out.
read. I'll say that. Like it wasn't the best read.
Yeah.
But as a receiver, you should never like pop the ball up if there's a defender right there.
He's trying to make a play though. It's tough.
Yeah,
That's
that
just
was
a
tough.
free
I'm not
play.
saying that I
Yeah.
could go in there and
Yeah.
catch that ball.
Yeah.
Like, if it was me, I would have caught it one hand like
Yeah.
Odell and scored a
come on.
touchdown.
Easy. What are you talking about?
But like, I think he would have been better off just saying, "All right, there's no way I'm gonna catch this ball. I know it's so quick, but he should have said, you know what? There's no way I can catch this ball. Might as well bat it down." But it was not Foles' fault at
And
all.
also, he caught a touchdown.
Yeah.
He caught
And
some
he caught a
amazing.
touchdown.
That was a great call.
How,
Pass.
I feel like this storyline is going to be so beat to death this entire week about Foles catching a touchdown and Brady not being able to catch on his while on the Patriots' attempt of the wild card play.
Steve, I have a proposition
Wildcat.
for you actually. So you guys can have Nick Foles and just give us Carson Wentz.
Right.
And you'll be fine.
Right.
You'll be good.
Just-
He won a Super Bowl.
Just give Wentz to someone in the division.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you give us 2 wins for the next 3 seasons?
For Carson
How
Wentz,
about
hell yeah. Sure.
You forfeit. We don't
2
play.
wins
We
every
just-
year.
You,
So I take it
you
you're
just
not big on
forfeit.
Alex Smith
The Redskins get Carson Wentz, and
Alex
the
Smith.
Redskins get Carson Wentz, and we get.
We'll give you Alex Smith. How
Let's
about
say
that?
2.
You
Let's
can
get
have
let's
Alex
say
Smith.
some
We don't
draft
even
picks.
want him.
Let's say some draft picks, running back, and
running
we
back.
get. The Redskins just concede to us for the next 3 seasons. I'm
would
within the
still
authority to
take
make that trade.
I would take that trade.
I think I can make a bold prediction that the Redskins come out and they win the NFC East next year.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa!
It's not blasphemous.
Not off
Firstly,
of anything.
well, yeah, it's not
You don't think it's
blasphemous.
blasphemous.
Yeah, that's not unbelievable. All right,
Not off
time
of
out.
anything other than this is just the NFC
East.
East universe. Like crazy
All right, Skip
stuff
Bayless. He sounded
happens.
like some
Oh, does
throwing
he
stuff
talk
out
like
there.
that? I don't know if I
Yeah.
necessarily want to sound
because
like
there was no
that.
reasoning
Jenna
in your
Bayless.
explanation. Yeah.
Well,
Jenna
the reason
Bayless.
is that things that happen in sports is bizarre, and I mean,
the Cowboys won a division. Of course we
Yeah.
can win it. Anybody can
Cowboys
do
can
it.
do it. Anyone can do it.
come
And
on.
seeing, I mean, where the Giants are right now,
I'd
the
put more
Eagles
money on the
coming off this
Giants doing it.
season, no one's done it twice,
Yeah.
back to back
It's
in
just-
X amount of years. I mean, the Cowboys have stuff to work
Yeah.
through. It could be the Cowboys, or it really could be anybody. I don't see it being the Giants, but maybe because you guys had the worst season this year, it could actually be you.
It would be.
Eagles.
I mean,
It's a great defense.
their quarterback situation is.
Legendary commercial.
I mean, he
legendary.
picks up his receiver very well in the Dirty Dancing commercial. Did you guys see the
Giants
Eli?
won- the
That was-
Giants-
I love that one.
very
The
disturbing.
Giants
I don't
won the
want to
Super Bowl again. They are the real winners. Of the
Without
Super
a
Bowl
doubt,
this year.
definitely.
Real winners.
That
So
was a
how do
great-
you feel, Josh, now that another NFC East team has joined you and being the only team, the only Brady
We are
loss?
undefeated against the Patriots.
I was about to say,
in playoffs.
I actually feel proud as an NFC East fan that we are 3-0 against Tom Brady.
We are 3.
No,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
That's
yeah, I'm
a
in
college
this.
thing to do, to root for your conference
Listen,
in the Super Bowl. I was
listen,
not rooting for the
listen.
Eagles by any stretch.
Listen, Tom Brady is the worst thing that's ever happened to the NFL.
Oh, what? All right. He's speaking slightly.
That is
Yeah, that's a little
such
bit of a
fighting
giant
words. That is
bias
extremely
there.
dramatic. And
That is such ad hominem.
Yes.
But-
I don't. Giant fans, you should not hate Tom
No,
Brady.
I just do.
beat him
you
twice.
haven't beat him
No,
ever.
here's one thing. No, this is one thing that real about New Yorkers. I hate Boston more than anything.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, no.
I hate
Fair.
Boston. I hate
Very
all
true.
Boston sports. All Boston sports. Everything Boston. So,
right.
relax, Juliet. All right, okay.
Bostonian engineer is not happy about that.
I thought that was something
No,
happening. in
I'm kidding. When I
Philadelphia.
say Tom Brady's the worst thing that's ever happened, obviously he's not. Viewership has gone up because of him. When there's a dynasty, it's great for whatever league it's in. He's one of the best quarterbacks ever to play. I'm kidding. I'm just venting my frustration with him in his career. But I hate seeing him win. I hate seeing New England win. They represent something to me that I would like to see taken
greatness,
down.
dynasty, talent,
Perfection.
system,
Yeah.
hard work,
Dynasty.
more scouting and research than anybody else.
Yep.
Cheating.
Research.
Cheating.
Research.
Fake it till you make it, okay? They just
Research.
got caught. I'm sure other teams do stuff like that. You
Research.
think, like, my allegiance to the Pats right now is like you think I'd be a full-blown
Yeah.
Bostonian with
Yeah.
how badly I
But
wanted them to win.
I don't want
today.
anyone taking me seriously when I say that Tom Brady's the worst thing he's ever had. Because I know that.
That's
That's
not again.
He's going on record. He's
no, but
he's
you know, there's.
backtracking.
I'm back.
He's
I am
taking it
totally.
back.
I'm doing like,
Coming back.
yeah. I was kidding, guys. I was kidding.
You're good.
So then, Steve, for you as an Eagles fan, losing your MVP could have been MVP quarterback with a few weeks left in the regular season, and Foles, your guy from 2013, coming back in. How do you feel about Foles being the MVP tonight and the winning quarterback of this game?
I feel incredible about it, minus the joke about trading him to the Redskins for literal concessions. We have an embarrassment of riches moving forward, which is Carson Wentz is still the guy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, that's a ridiculous statement when you watch Nick Foles obviously be Super Bowl MVP, but he's going to be the hottest free agent come tomorrow.
After Kirk Cousins.
There's no doubt about it.
After Kirk Cousins.
What about Mr. Cousins?
Yeah.
Cousins never won a
How
Super Bowl.
many did Kirk Cousins win a Super Bowl today?
Oh.
I mean,
Ooh.
I'm not going to. He's not my quarterback.
No, but
Not my
to say, I don't. If we're talking about an open market, everyone claims they want to get players that'll take them to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And
Yeah.
literally, the Super Bowl MVP is going to be on the open market. They'd be idiots to claim that he's not the top of everyone's list.
But this Nick Foles' run, although really great, Doug Peterson's going to get a lot of credit for this. One and two, he still has an entire career of a resume. Now, does this get him a starting job somewhere? Without a doubt.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I
I mean,
wouldn't say he's getting Kirk Cousins money.
You'd think in 13 it got him a starting job, and it kind of did, and then he proved that for some reason when he plays on the Eagles, he's amazing. But when he plays anywhere else
Right.
to try to be a normal starting quarterback,
It doesn't work.
it doesn't work. He's
But
terrible.
it proved that he did it under
But
two different
that's,
head coaches
that's also,
and two different
but
systems.
it is coaching. I mean,
Because everyone
very
thought he
much
was
coaching.
just like a Chip Kelly guy.
Look what happened when Jeff Fisher left.
Yeah,
look,
Jeff
at, look,
Fisher.
at, look at Jared Goff. Look at Nick Foles. Look at Case Keenum.
I would love to look at Jeff
the
Fisher. He's a
system,
wonderful man. Let's put him on.
but also let's look at Brady. And this is not a knock on Brady because I do think he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But being with Belichick has helped his career a lot. A head
Certainly.
coach can do a lot for you.
Certainly.
So
Does.
what Nick Foles has to go to a spot where they're going to run a similar offense to what Philadelphia ran this year, to what Chip Kelly ran when he was, the head coach of the Eagles. He can't run an offense what Jeff Fisher was running. The head coach has a lot to do with the quarterback's success. He really does. So, I mean...
I just can't believe I'm even saying like all three of these things. Eagles winning 41-33, winning with Nick Foles.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually feel kind of bad for Carson Wentz in this situation. The Eagles still win. He's still a part of that, but he was gonna probably win regular season MVP and could have won his team the Super Bowl. He may not have. I mean,
He might do it next year.
He may never
don't
win a
know.
Super Bowl
This-
ever in his career, which is
exactly.
incredible.
He has
in
a
itself.
ring,
Yeah.
but he has a ring injured sitting on the bench.
Right.
Like,
you gotta think like how pissed he might be.
yeah, like I was watching.
bit.
a little
I was,
bit, right?
Yeah, I was watching the post wrap up thing, and I was thinking to myself like, Carson Wentz had this dream season and took this team that was decent, average last year, and they first seed like I think
13-3.
13-3, yeah.
Ridiculous.
They did amazing, and he was like so poised, like so ready to go in, win like 3 games, Super Bowl champions. Me, Carson Wentz, sophomore, amazing. And then I was actually at that game, Rams, Eagles,
Eagles.
and we saw him like
You saw the
decencies. We
injury?
just saw him kind of like walking off the side, and we're like, what's that? Why is
Into
Carson
the
Wentz?
locker room and never to
Locker
return
room,
again.
and then everyone's phone lit up. Everybody's phone lit up like Carson Wentz, ACL, probably out for the year. They think it's ACL, and I was just around a bunch
Steve
of
was
Eagles
there
fans.
as well,
Oh, they were
actually.
so down. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Eagles, they won, and I was looking around, and I saw all the Eagles fans like, "Yay!" But oh no.
Do you feel bad for him at all, Steve? Do you think that there's a reason to, or just your team won, be happy? Or there's some kind of reason to feel for him in this situation?
Well, I've had too many years where there was nothing to be happy about that I'm going to take.
Yeah, just
I'm going
take
to
the
take the
Eagles'
moment
happiness
of
again.
let's be happy.
Fair.
I love him
But
so
to move
much.
forward, yes, I do think that it's an interesting situation that isn't incredibly fair to someone like Carson Wentz,
Or
but
Nick Foles.
it's ultimately fair to it's ultimately fair to the city of Philadelphia that had a Super Bowl caliber team under Carson Wentz and then continue to have a Super Bowl caliber team under Nick Foles.
Actually, that's something that makes it a little bit better, easier of a win to digest for me, is that it was Nick Foles. Not that I have any disrespect for Carson Wentz. I think he's an amazing player. He's not even an unlikable guy in person either.
He's a
but
good guy.
Foles, he got a second chance and he won a Super Bowl with it and an MVP. Yeah,
I think that's why this
it's
team
incredible.
was. Yeah, I think that's why this team was easy to root for too. They were true underdogs, and it's weird saying they were underdogs. They were the 1 seed. Right. And they had home
field
advantage.
But it makes sense for them to be underdogs.
Yeah, but once Wentz went down, we all were like, "That's over. It's over. The Eagles are not winning." I thought Atlanta was going to beat them, and Atlanta is spaghetti. They're not getting this. And I still
thought the Saints were going to be in the Super Bowl this year.
I was like, they're not getting past Atlanta, and then I'm like, they're not getting past Minnesota, and I actually picked the Patriots. I'm like, they're not being.
Game, man.
So they're an easy team to root for because they were underdogs despite showing no reason why they should be underdogs. They never gave us a reason to even look at them as underdogs, and America still saw them as underdogs in every game in the postseason. And for that, I think they deserve a lot of credit. I think Doug Peterson deserves a lot of credit for keeping this team together because that team could easily fold it and been like, MVP of the league is done. Yeah, but they stayed together.
Fold. Injury done.
And then on top of that, Nick Foles had that good game against the Giants, and then they didn't finish the season too strong. He played terrible against the Raiders, lost me a fantasy football championship.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I mean, I won mine.
Yeah.
But
no, don't get me wrong. I won 3 leagues. So just relax.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
So relax over there.
Relax, David. You come up in here. No, I'm kidding. But it's a great story, and I hate the fact that it's the Eagles, but I can't deny it's a great story.
Yeah, I would love to have picked a different team, but it's
I'm happy for you, Steve. I am happy for you,
Anyone else could have been the underdog.
Except for the Cowboys. Anybody else would have been cool.
I know. I hate that you guys are coming at. If it was the Cowboys patch, you'd be on the Pats train. But now that it's the Eagles,
I would have rooted for the Cowboys or the Patriots. I would have rooted for any team.
No
matter what NFC East team, honestly,
Brady
Cowboys should never win a Super Bowl.
I would root for
I
would root for anything over.
I rooted for the Giants when they played the Patriots. It was just like, it's just the Patriots. It's just not.
Just don't root for the Patriots.
Exactly.
So
I would root for Russia over the Patriots.
You are hitting it today, man.
Interesting.
Not even your own country.
We got the Olympics coming up, so let's make sure your mindset is right and that you're on Team America going into this. We kind of talked about the key moments, the best players. Who's kind of your unsung MVP? Your Kyrie Irving of the Super Bowl, if you will.
Jeez. That's a great question.
The guy that forced that fumble against Tom Brady.
Yeah,
that was Graham. Graham, and then I think
was it
Barnett?
Ingram and Chris Long got involved there too.
Yeah, they were in there.
One person forced the fumble, another person
picked it up.
Unsung for sure. Clemens, the undrafted.
I think he had like 100 yards.
Clement was good.
He had 100 yards.
Blount ran hard.
Oh my God.
Actually, the Eagles.
JJ, all of them ran well.
Yeah.
The Eagles' offensive line played very well.
Very well.
They played very well.
They allowed Foles.
Yeah.
And I think Ertz at the end. I mean that just like the effort to dive out. I mean, sometimes people would say like, don't do that, don't risk the fumble, just go down, you're on the one, whatever. But I think it worked. So
huge 4th and 1 conversion to the Ertz for 2 yards during that drive as well. It was an all-around team effort. I know it sounds kind of corny to say that, but there's like not one.
Other than, defense lacks.
We have to acknowledge the unsung hero is definitely a security guard that didn't allow Kevin Hart to come. I mean, come on. You're the real MVP. You do not let him use his privilege. I love it.
So you said the best 2 parts of Super Bowl: Kevin Hart not being allowed on the stage, and what was the other one?
And the fan who had no idea who Justin Timberlake was.
Yes. Oh,
Justin Timberlake had to beg him to bring his phone out to take a picture with him.
Oh,
did you not see this?
I didn't see that part. No.
Oh well, yeah, because
his kid was.
Go ahead,
His
Steve.
name was Ryan something, and he's a meme already.
Yes.
Oh, he was a meme.
He was
already.
immediately a meme.
So fast. Like I checked my phone.
Because he was looking up he was looking at his phone, right?
Yeah.
He was on his phone.
And Justin was like, and he was just kind of like, I don't know if he was nervous or he didn't know who the hell.
The meme was so funny, like texting his friends, guys, I don't know who this guy just took a picture with him, but like my mom's going crazy.
No, I saw one that was just basically like he's on his phone and the Google search is who is Justin Timberlake?
It's like, is this Bradley Cooper? Like Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Justin Timberlake's a big deal, but maybe I'm old. I don't know.
Justin is a big deal.
He's a big deal.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm 16. I think it's a big deal.
See?
Yeah. And I mean, I don't want to be a hater. It was a good like lighthearted halftime performance. I didn't think it was over the top.
Okay.
I honestly was kind of like.
I'm a huge,
I was a little snooze fest.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm a big
fan.
You're a big
fan.
JT
And
guy.
I will say that I was a little underwhelmed.
Me too.
I feel like we're always underwhelmed with the Super Bowl.
Not
halftime.
Bruno.
Okay, Bruno was pretty good.
Beyonce. I got a long list.
But I feel like
Bruce
there's always like
Springsteen.
you're like
Jersey.
okay,
Stand up.
Like they're good. Their songs are great, but like it just was lacking.
I'm
Most
with you on
impressive
that.
thing
I'm with you on
about that performance was JT is that he walked everywhere and he never got tired. Like he was everywhere. I was like, I'm exhausted watching you go to these 13 different
Because I
stages.
feel like he wasn't giving it his all in his dance.
He never
moves.
really, and he didn't sing. I was expecting some choreo, like something.
Let's not break down like receiver routes. Let's break down if JT was like giving his all during his dance.
So the question.
Forget it.
It's like so the
Julianne,
question.
is
Did
this
JT
While we're
live?
at it, we should
Our-
talk about HQ Trivia couldn't keep it together under 2 million users.
They couldn't.
Oh, is that a commercial? That was a commercial.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
Well, that was a commercial that they were doing a $20,000 trivia thing, and then I think they got a hair shy of 2 million users, and then the whole thing
It crashed
just moved
again.
so slow.
I play.
my
I
God.
play
It's
HQ.
like-
Yeah, me too. I play HQ. I saw it. That
yeah.
notification today. $20,000, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God,
Interesting.
that's a lot
So
of HQ
how?
money.
And then they started real late, and then I think the majority of the 15 questions happened while the third quarter was happening.
Oh, fail.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be during halftime. That was like their whole
Poor Scott
gimmick.
Rogowski.
I missed this whole thing. I don't even know what you guys are
Oh,
talking about.
yeah.
Well, then use
I
my
don't know
code.
what
My
this is
code is
either.
Steve Coffey. Give me them extra lives.
Well, you said Rogowski. It reminded me of Gaskowski. Can we talk about the kicking in the first half
Hold
of
on.
this game?
Wait.
Everybody was saying that this is the best stadium to kick in because it's a roof, right? Like there's no wind, there's nothing going on. They missed.
Terrible.
Yeah.
What was first missed? The extra point for
Yeah.
the Philly touchdown,
Yeah,
and
Shake
then
Elliott.
Yeah.
and then Gaskowski. Like these are some of the best kickers
Yeah.
in the
But-
game. Terrible miss on that field goal.
What was
for
that
3
kick?
points.
That was really
I-
bad.
I don't know. I
He
wish-
missed the snap. He missed the
Yeah.
snap. And then he
Yeah.
got it back, and I'm like, you can still recover and kick, and he just kicked it so low and like wide, and it like clanged off the upright. And
And then didn't he go on to miss another extra point later on in the
Yeah.
game?
He
Yeah.
did,
He
yeah.
missed
Jake
it.
Elliott made a kick though.
Insane.
oh no, Jake Elliott,
Yeah.
Yeah.
my fantasy kicker, picked him up, rookie.
He killed it.
Shout out
Like,
to
it
you
was
for
like
that
the-
transition,
I'm
by
a
the
fan.
way. But
It honestly was genuine. You reminded me of something. Because I was trying to think of a way to bring it back to football. I'm like, we're
The
talking.
kicking in that game.
I mean,
Fantastic.
commercials are great,
No.
but do we want to talk about them?
I think kicking's all about rhythm and the missed field goal. You
Yeah.
know, the guy Pete bobbled the snap, so he was out of rhythm and
Right.
he tried to put together, but just couldn't.
Yeah, like-
I kind of blame the placeholder on that.
Yeah,
the extra point, I
to
don't know.
stop and like
The extra
reset
point, I don't
and
know
then,
what
like,
happened.
kind of chip it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
extra point
I don't know
was
what
terrible.
happened there.
Wait, back to not football. Commercials though, when it comes to Super Bowl, we got to talk about that, right?
All right, okay.
Yeah.
I have one in my head. We were watching on a stream, so we had a lot of like NBC Super Bowl coverage. We didn't get to see a lot of the commercials, so I may have missed a few. We had to YouTube the Eli Manning, Odell Beckham one.
That was great.
So I'll go
fun.
first because I don't know if I saw all of them. My favorite, just off the bat, was the Alexa
Yes,
voiceover
that's my answer as
commercial
well.
with
You guys want to
Cardi
hear a
B.
secret?
Yeah.
You want to hear a great secret?
Tell us.
I would love to.
I was in that one.
What?
Stop it!
Wait, what do you even
Where?
mean?
AfterBuzz exclusive.
Dude, this
it
was
up.
planned.
I was in two of them.
Yeah,
were in-
Julianne, if you want to
you
pull
were in
that
the
up,
Alexa
well,
one?
let's look
Yeah.
at it.
Oh, that's sweet.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we'll
All right,
pull that up. while-
everybody
while
play a
she's
game.
looking at
Find David.
Find
Whoever
David.
wins gets.
I'm there.
Come on,
it.
where-
Tell us when
where
we're
at?
close. Like, are you
You'll see me.
on camera?
Find David.
I'm on camera.
Okay.
I got words.
You got words. He has words.
I got words and everything.
Come on.
Cardi B. I can't
You're not-
do
you're
it.
not
That
just-
was embarrassing. Why did I do that?
Oh, we can't even
I
hear
feel
the
so.
okay.
I feel like boastful right now. I don't like to brag. I'm
No,
friends are like,
this
David,
is-
why didn't you
let's
tell me?
talk
I'm like,
about
I'm
this.
sorry, I don't want to brag.
That was a great commercial.
Well, it was the best commercial of the night too, so that's a great.
I love
commercial to be
that
part
one,
of.
Being unbiased, I love it.
Audio.
All right, let's find David.
Where's Mom?
Free
Where's
Alexa
David?
sponsor.
voice this morning, causing a
Alexa lost her voice. How is that even possible?
We have the replacements ready, just say the word.
And you're sure this is gonna work?
It's me every morning when my coworkers
Yeah.
ask me anything. Yeah, I got this.
recipe for a grilled cheese sandwich.
Pathetic. You're 32 years of age and you don't know how to make a grilled cheese sandwich.
Wait, that wasn't
Its
you, right?
name
No.
is
Okay.
the recipe, you
How far is Mars?
Phenomenal.
Oh, it's great. That's
You know what?
legendary.
I have to say you did a killer job.
I think so too.
Great job.
You
So
killed
did she answer your question?
Well, she said, why do you want to go there?
it. Are you hearing Cardi B, or did you have to fake that
No.
reaction?
I did two. I did another one with JB Smoove and Leslie Jones, and they pre-recorded that so I could hear it. But Cardi B, they just had some guy there like doing the best impression of Cardi B
Seriously?
I've ever seen. Like I almost died laughing like mid-take. It was great.
That's great.
So you didn't get to meet her?
No, I wish. I didn't get to meet anyone. Like everyone asked me like, so what was it like meeting them? I'm like,
You were just in a room with a
Different scene.
chair
I was in
and
a
a camera guy.
random bedroom, with a chair, and a camera crew.
In an impersonator.
That's awesome.
and an
That's
impersonator.
legendary,
That is
bro.
crazy.
That's what's up, man.
And
That's
shout
awesome.
out to your humbleness, not even saying anything.
Yeah, I know.
Like, dude walks in for an NFL Super Bowl recap and doesn't even say, "Hey, you know the best commercial during the Super Bowl? I was on
Me.
that." Yeah, that
That's
was
amazing.
just me. The Cardi B, the best part.
That was great, man.
You guys have any other commercials that stuck out?
Oh, come on. We got to talk Eli Odell. I know you guys hate the Giants, but
No, that was
Come
great. It
on.
was a
How
great
do
That
you
was
feel
great.
about who lifted who?
No,
how does
that's,
it feel?
that was great.
Because we didn't see the commercial, but we saw a tweet. We're like,
Had
"Oh,
butterflies
Eli
in- had
and
butterflies in
Odell
my
did
stomach.
started
That was the best
dancing."
part about
and
the
we said,
commercial.
Yeah.
"Who do you think lifted who?" And we all were like, "Eli lifted Odell, like hands down, 10 out of 10." It
Romantic.
just was like.
It's so
He had to
romantic.
do the dance moves. It was great.
Yeah,
It was so awkward. It
great.
was wonderful.
Everything-
It was amazing.
The commercial couldn't even make Eli look coordinated or like he had any sort of rhythm. Like the
great.
editing, like the fact that it's a TV production, like couldn't even help his case.
I think he was fantastic.
I think it was wonderful. I think that's
was.
exactly what they
No, I
wanted.
thought it was good.
Great.
And they said like in the commercial, they're like, "All right, you want to practice the thing?" And I'm like, "What? What's this gonna be?" And then he catches the thing, and I hear the music come on. And I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
That was fantastic.
And it was amazing.
It was great.
Such a fan.
Honestly, the only two commercials I really remember, like,
The Morgan Freeman.
oh, I didn't see
I
that.
like that
Who
one.
did
That
the
was funny.
voiceover? That was so funny. Oh, Missy Elliott.
Missy
Yeah.
Elliott.
Yeah,
Morgan
he was
Freeman doing
lip-syncing
Missy
to
Elliott. And
Missy
I think
Elliott. It was great.
It was like Peter Dinklage doing like the Ludacris song.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta
Those were
wa-
good.
I
That was
gotta watch
Yeah, it
one.
was Ludacris. Yeah,
Fire,
that was
fire
kinda
and
cool.
ice type. That was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, those were good.
Cool. All right, thanks for indulging me.
All right, back to football,
Back to actual
I
football.
guess. So this was like heart pounding for me, annoying as a third party viewer, not really having a dog in the fight. I suffered from way too much anxiety during this game, and it was literally down to the wire, like last minute Hail Mary time. How much faith did you guys have in Tom Brady? I mean, he had a minute left. Did you
At
think
no
he was going to
moment-
do it? Like,
Until it hit zero, I even in that Hail Mary, I was like, this could happen. Like,
Yeah.
if anyone could do it, it was Tom Brady.
but even if they caught it because it ran the clock up to zero, they still would have needed two.
But
They
would've
could
had
have
time
won
that.
for two.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would've
That
happened.
would have been. I mean, even at zero, you can go for it.
That would have been
So-
epic. Yeah.
So when they were down 5 before the fumble, I thought he was going to drive them
I
down for a
thought
touchdown.
that was it. I thought they're
Yeah.
gonna waste the
Me too.
clock, score a touchdown. That's it. Brady's gonna win his 6th.
But when the Eagles went up 8, I thought the Eagles were going to win. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm a Giants fan. And in 2 games, the Giants beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. It was very similar situations where Brady had like 50 seconds left, a minute left, and both times he didn't get the job done. And it's not his fault. Obviously, it's really hard going the length
That's
of the field.
not easy going like.
Yeah, so I'm
80-some,
not blaming
90-some,
Brady,
those
but
timeouts.
it's just
I
it's
think
just
I had to go 90 yards.
it's just-
Just
Oh,
about length
and then
of
they
the
didn't
field.
have any timeouts. So it's
Yeah,
it's
burn
it's
all
not.
the
Don't get me wrong. It's
timeouts.
not a knock on Brady. It's just that it's
It's a tall task.
it's almost impossible.
You
to
put
do.
any quarterback in that
Yeah.
situation, and it's gonna be tough for them.
Exactly.
Chris Hogan
So-
dropping that pass too was huge.
That
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It
You-
seemed like them having to wait to convert on the 4th down did it for me. I'm like, I know that there's still time and they could still get down the field, but it just didn't seem like it was flowing.
And
like
then-
you could see that nothing was being completed. Horrible pass to James White that wasn't even there. Hogan dropped the ball.
Yeah.
I'm like, it has to take them to 4th and 10 to even convert on this first down
Yeah, that's
just to
hurt them.
start gaining some yards
Right.
with this 50-second, 90-yard drive left. Like,
So
not
you guys
looking
weren't
great.
holding your breath on that Hail Mary,
Oh,
like, oh my
Oh yeah,
god.
I
Okay,
absolutely.
that's what I was like.
He threw
Yeah.
it, and I'm like, oh my god, because I saw Gronk,
No.
and I'm like, he's
Yeah.
gonna catch
But
it.
if you were to ask me before that play, like, is Tom Brady going to convert this? I'd be like, no, he's
Right.
not.
I thought it was the
I mean, I
Eagles
know.
game
Yeah.
at that point. Like,
Yeah.
well, I was with a bunch of bitter NFC. I was with the Redskins fan and a Giants fan, and we were kind of like, "This is it. Like, here we are, just in denial." But
Three
like, it was
NFCs fans.
hard too
Yeah,
that
it's
having
a lot
to
of
look
us.
at some of these plays. We could come here and talk about it on the show because sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to see what happens at all.
Yeah, I thought during that last drive, once he started completing like maybe like 1 or 2 passes, like to Gronk out there, and they kept getting out of bounds. I'm like, this is actually real.
Yeah.
Brady is actually might do this. And then I think he threw like maybe a couple incompletes. 9 seconds left. Eagles use their timeout and throws a Hail Mary. I've seen some Hail Marys completed. Trust me.
Oh,
Yes.
you've
Watching
seen a
some
couple in
Packer
your
games.
time.
Sure
Yeah,
I've seen a
lucky
couple in my
you.
time,
We-
but
She's so hurt.
yeah,
We got really
That one against
sad
the
Brady
Giants.
tonight too. Like after the fumble, he sat down and it was heads in hand. We got
Yes.
in the opposite end zone, sad Brady.
Yes.
Like,
There's a lot of sad
is that a
Brady.
braiding thing? Is there a thing
Is
for
that-
that? A
Yeah.
braiding? Like I feel like we've seen that
It's
before.
just like it's
in-
like the image of him like sitting with like his
Like,
back straight, with
sad
the legs out,
Brady.
like
Yeah.
his hands like
yes,
this.
like that's an
Yes.
image that we've seen before, and
He
we
gets
saw a
really
lot of it
sad
in
when he
the last 2
loses.
minutes.
Doesn't happen a lot because
Yeah.
he's so used to winning,
He's
and
an
he gets
emotional
really
guy.
sad.
And he got really pouty really early.
Mhm.
Like by the second quarter, you saw a lot of these shots, him just being really, really pouty. And I'm curious, people who aren't as clearly biased as I am, did they feel sympathy for him, or
Nope.
did they feel how
Never.
I felt, where
I
I'm
don't
like,
feel
screw that guy, get your head in
Never.
the game.
Well, he's always like
I
that.
feel like nobody else but the people in Boston did, Steve.
Yeah,
You know,
I-
or
Boston
Fair
fans-
enough.
New
I just
England,
wanted to make
Massachusetts,
sure.
that whole area. I think with the 4 MVPs and the 5 Super Bowl wins, nobody probably felt bad for him.
Yeah, I didn't feel bad for Brady whatsoever.
He'll be fine.
But yeah, no,
He'll
that's a
probably
really
be
good
back
point.
next year. Huh?
And like, it's just clear that he like it's weird because obviously that Falcons win last year is one of the exceptions, but like he gets really pouty when things just aren't going his way.
Yes, always.
Well,
And that is frustrating to watch.
Every game. That's him all the time.
I mean, every
gets
time.
Fair enough.
He's called competitive,
All right.
and Cam Newton's called pouty. It's just, you know.
So as you guys know of the Super Bowl prop bet world, like is Pink, what color's Pink's hair gonna be? What's the first song JT's
Right.
gonna come out to? We're all aware. The prop bets.
Oh yeah, prop bets.
Wanna do a little post-game prop bets?
Yes, let's do it.
You wanna?
Yes.
Okay, over under on teams who will trade to make Foles their starting quarterback this offseason. Number being 2.
So
Over under.
Or trade to free up
Well,
space.
try to acquire
Yeah, to like trade to free up space in hopes that it'll come there. Yeah.
how many teams?
Over.
Over under 2.
Over. You're gonna
Over.
have- yeah,
Over.
Jets, Broncos, Browns, off the top of my head. Jaguars, yeah, over.
I
You think
mean,
people have that much
Jaguars.
faith?
we could
intriguing.
very much see it with the Chiefs. They got rid of their quarterback. I
Well,
mean,
they're
they're
going-
starting. They're starting.
They're-
Mahomes.
I think they're going Mahomes.
They're Mahomes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if just in case Patty Mahomes
And he was
As a
there.
bat-
He
I
was there
mean-
before.
But Foles is
But
not
this is
worst.
starting quarterback is the
and yeah,
prop
Foles was
bet.
there.
Yeah, he was there.
Starter.
Over 2, I can do him.
I
Yeah.
could say over 2. Yeah.
Yeah. What
I
about
could
you?
definitely see over 2.
Over 2 is very fair. 4. If you put the over under at 4,
That's
we get
hard.
tricky.
That's
Yeah. I'll go under 4.
So
All right, well, maybe I
what
should
are
have
you saying?
reworked my prop bets.
Maybe.
What are you taking? You taking over?
I think it's easy to say over. I want to say under to have a
So
conflicting
say it.
view, but I
Say
can't.
it.
But it's my
She doesn't
heart-
say
what you
but my
believe,
heart's
Jenna.
on
She
it.
said what she believed.
Okay, we're doing a true or false.
Okay.
This is the next prop bet. True or false? Philly fans are going to say that Foles is better than Brady.
True.
Brett-
True. I mean,
1,000%.
that Philly
The
fans
most logical fan base in the
1,000%
NFL.
True.
All right,
Steve,
I'm
as the
gonna give
Eagles
him
fan-
credit and say false. I don't think they're that stupid.
Steve?
That's my quiet.
True. You know.
Well, are you saying the overall sentiment of Philly fans, or a Philly fan will say that? Because I'm sure tens of thousands of Philly fans have said
It's
that
so
in the last
logistic.
hour.
The semantics,
The
man. You're such a
semantics.
lawyer.
That just Philly
The
fans.
overall
like,
sentiment,
a
I think, will be a
majority.
little split.
Really split?
Yeah,
I'm saying-
definitely. Come on. It's
I'm saying
Eagle fans.
Eagle
Foles
fans.
greater than Brady? That's
It's-
ridiculous.
No, stop.
Because
It's
they're
Eagle
not-
fans. It's Eagle fans.
They're not going to take it for
ends
what
there.
it's worth. They're just going to say it as an argument. Well, you know what this means? Foles
Yeah.
is better than Brady.
No, they're
Give
not
him the
gonna,
game.
they're gonna be like,
1,000%,
Let's
10
give
out of
them
10.
yeah, no,
That's
they're not
Let's
gonna be
give
like
them more
Foles better
credit
than
for
Brady. If you take a look at the passer rating in this and over the last season, they're gonna be like, he beat him in the Super Bowl.
That's
Foles better than
it.
Brady.
Argument
That's it.
closed.
That's it.
We beat Brady.
Like, well, what about no?
Super
He
Bowl
won a Super Bowl.
MVP doesn't
He won.
matter.
You're saying true?
That's it.
You saying true?
1,000% true.
I'm gonna say false. I'll give you Eagle fans a little
Wow.
more
A
credit.
lot of credit to
You
Eagle
are a
fans.
big Eagles guy tonight, Josh.
You are.
I'm about to kick you out of the studio.
sorry.
Yeah, who are
Okay.
you? I don't even know you anymore.
Over under 50 arrests in Philly tonight.
Over.
Way over.
Over.
Arrest?
50
over.
arrests.
Well, how
We've already hit
lenient?
that.
Is 50 a small
How-
number? I thought that was kind of a lot.
It's
Let's get actually that's a high number. Let's get our Philadelphia expert Steve Kaufman. Now, how lenient are Philadelphia police?
especially right now.
in this kind of situation.
Well, define lenient. There are,
God,
Like,
lawyer.
Steve, just play.
are they
Like,
quick,
they're-
are they quick to
Definition
put the
of
cuffs
if
on
you're
someone?
a police officer, if you're a police officer on Broad Street tonight, your job isn't to arrest everyone committing a crime so much as it's to keep the peace.
Right.
Fair.
So you would have to pick and choose what is a crime you must arrest someone for, because otherwise it will
Well-
make
So
the
what crosses the
situation
line of
worse.
perjury?
Yeah, I feel like the
Yeah, Eagle
lines
fans are gonna cross that.
is like the line's different. Like normally, if someone was like running around drunk in the street, you'd arrest them. But in this case, everyone's doing it. So you're like, unless you're physically destroying the city right now, you're
They were
fine.
burning
Unless
stuff
you're
on the
burning
and
street.
they
stuff
are
alive.
physically destroying the city.
Yes.
Philly is purging tonight. It's happening.
They
and
are.
Meek Mills is breaking out of prison. It's happening.
Free Meek.
So we got to wrap up on a high note.
Mills breaking out of prison.
My man,
Congratulations,
Meek
Eagles.
Mill.
Congrats, Meek. We will see you free out of prison tomorrow. Thank you all for tuning in tonight with us for this NFL recap. Super Bowl recap. The season is over. 2018 is wrapped
over.
up. What? The Eagles have won. Nick Foles is MVP. Quarterback of the Super Bowl. Never saw this coming. Thanks for all the live chatters. We love you. My name is Jenna Bussiere. You can find me on Twitter at Jenna_Bussiere.
I'm Josh Rodriguez. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Josh_Rodriguez_. Also follow my podcast 10 Minute Drill with AJ Kelly on Twitter at 10 Minute Drill. Let's argue on Twitter. I love it. Please.
And I'm DeAnjilo. You guys can hit me up on Twitter at DeAnjilo TV, on Instagram at DeAnjilo. You fit right on in with us, man.
Yeah.
Great job,
Good
David.
Good job.
Also,
Wow, I think so.
just want to say we're like with the famous person right now. No big deal.
No big deal. Talk to Cardi B.
Like he may or may not have talked to
He's
Cardi.
so cute.
Totally talked to
So
her.
cute.
No, you can. I'm David Bloom. You can find me Twitter, Instagram, David H Bloom. Guess my name.
It's nice having you on. Man.
Thanks,
Thanks,
David.
man.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Bye, y'all.
Take care.
Deuces.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.